Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have something wild for you. We are in Tennessee and we are about to look at something that is a collection done by a single individual that is unlike anything I've seen before, so I thought I needed to share it with you. In 1989, Billy Tripp began working on his life's project called the Mindfield. He used salvage metal, and along with some welding and a little ingenuity, he started to construct a large outdoor sculpture in Brownsville, Tennessee. This property is located approximately 60 miles northeast of Memphis. The sculpture itself is about an acre large, and at its tallest point is 125 feet. He's also done a few other things that are very different, but overall says that this particular sculpture embodies his emotions, his personal growth, and significant life events. In 2002, the death of his father triggered him to put one of his largest sculptures on the property, a large water tower from a closed factory in Kentucky. This is an ongoing work in progress as Tripp continues to add to the sculpture. In addition to, he has written a book, The Mindfield Years, Volume 1, which is basically an autobiography. He's currently in the process of working on his second volume for this. The community of Brownsville has been, for the most part, supportive of this endeavor. However, it is a unique attraction which has brought many people to this area, and people come to view the interesting sculptures and take in the artwork. However, the one slightly concerning portion of this is that upon his death, he intends to be interned within his sculpture. Now, as you can imagine, visiting a place like this, it's very fascinating because even though the sculpture as a whole is huge, when you look at the intricate little details, that's where you see the more interesting little personalized touches. This thing makes a lot of strange noises. It moves with the wind. Today we're here on a windy day, and some of these pieces swing kind of like a weather vane. Other pieces kind of creak and rattle. And as you're looking up, you can see various points of interest in the sculpture itself, even up to the tip top. It's kind of fascinating. I think that when we look at this, it looks kind of strange from the outside, but when you start to see the intricate pieces, that's when it starts to tell the story and the tale of the real human who created these. Now, his shop is literally right behind this, and you can see that there's like some planes back there and some other interesting parts that he can add to this. So I can only imagine in the future some of these unfinished structures will have some cool stuff on them too. There are a couple of fire towers here, and the fire towers are substantial in size. They are quite tall, and they're actually the focal point whenever you first pull up because you see these menacing tall towers. It's pretty cool. So as we're walking around in this little narrow strip where you can really get in here and see it, you can't trespass onto the actual property. There's a lot of dangerous things, but you can see it from so many different angles, and the more that you explore, the more that you find, and it's just wild to think that each one of these pieces was put here independently, and it was fashioned based on what he was feeling in that moment. So it's not necessarily conveying like, oh, happy face equals happy day, but like he would create something that would show that he was joyous for that day, or he would create something to show that he was sad for that day. And he also has brought in these dates of significance throughout the sculpture that you can find, as well as quotes. And so as you're looking, you find just kind of wedged up in weird places all sorts of strange things. Thanks guys for coming along with me on this adventure. Remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. Take the time to stop at the roadside attractions. I found this one on Atlas Obscura, and I just thoroughly enjoyed coming and looking at all the tiny details and hearing about this man's life. People are fascinating, and you might be surprised when you pull off of the main roads and just take a little drive through what you could find. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!